Hello, becomers. Welcome to Becoming High in Christ with Christine, a space where we grow, heal, unlearn, and relearn who we are in Jesus. I'm Christine, and if you've ever felt like you're in the middle, not where you used to be, but not quite where you want to be either, just know you're not alone. Let's talk. I didn't even realize how deep the fear of imperfection had sunk into me until I found myself stuck, not lazy, not disinterested, just stuck. I thought if I could just get it all right, the words, the timing, the aesthetics, the voice, the message, then maybe I would finally feel like I was enough. But striving for perfection made me silent. I kept waiting for the perfect version of myself to show up, but she never did. So instead of starting, I delayed. Instead of speaking, I second guessed. Instead of sharing, I hid. I didn't realize that God wasn't waiting on the perfect version of me. He was calling the present me, the real me, the surrendered me. There's a voice in your head that keeps saying, "Not yet, you're not ready." But my dear, you are. Not because you're flawless, but because you're called. I think somewhere along the line, we confuse excellence with perfection. God calls us to do things well, yes, but He doesn't ask us to do it flawlessly. He asks us to do it faithfully. And here's the truth: you will grow into what you're called to, but you cannot grow into it if you won't begin. Think of Moses. He literally told God, "I'm not good with words." Gideon said, "I'm the least in my family." Even Jeremiah was like, "I'm too young." But God didn't wait for them to be perfect. He equipped them as they went. As they went, He equipped them. He told Moses, "I'm going to fill your mouth." So you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to say yes. Even if your voice shakes, even if you're not sure how it will turn out, your yes is the seed. God brings the harvest. You don't need to be polished to be powerful. You don't need to be perfect to be obedient. You don't need to have it all figured out before you say yes. Start broken. Start afraid. Start unsure. Because right now, me with this recording right now, trying to be out there is because God has given me an instruction. I have second guessed myself so many times. I've asked if maybe this is not what God is really saying. I don't want to do this. What if nobody listens? So I'm starting afraid and I'm here. I have recorded, I've taken so many takes to record this, but I'm going to do it afraid. I'm going to be unsure, but in obedience to what God has asked me to do. So I urge you, let this be your reminder today. Perfection is not the goal. Obedience is. So, if you're listening to this right now and you've been sitting on something God told you to do, maybe out of fear, maybe because you think you're not enough, I want to remind you that perfection is not the goal. Obedience is. Start messy, start afraid, start small. Just start. So thanks for spending this time with me. If this episode spoke to you, journal it, pray over it, and share it with someone else who might need to hear it. We're all becoming one day, one step, one surrender at a time. This is Becoming High in Christ with Christine. See you next time. Bye.